Good afternoon. Everybody is talking about today's solar eclipse, so I will too. It is a feature of creation which we take for granted that is truly marvelous. NASA's website calls it a cosmic coincidence. I think we can call it the hand of God. Now, I assume you already know what a solar eclipse is. The moon passes between the Earth and the sun, and it blocks the sun's light as the moon's shadow goes across the Earth. When we have a total eclipse, as will happen this afternoon, the sun's light is totally blocked, and you'll be able to see the faint corona or outer atmosphere of the sun surrounding the moon. What's remarkable, and what we take for granted, is that the sun and the moon appear to be of equal size in our sky. That's because while the sun is 400 times bigger than the moon, it is also 400 times farther away. That is the cosmic coincidence, that the size and distance of the moon and the sun are exactly right for us to be able to have a solar eclipse. That doesn't happen elsewhere. For example, the planet Mars has a moon called Phobos, but it is much smaller than our moon. During a solar eclipse on Mars, Phobos passes between the sun and Mars, but it's not big enough to block the sun. You just see the shape of Phobos passing over the surface of the sun. And by the way, the Martian rover Perseverance has captured that on film. What this means is that what we will experience this afternoon is almost unique to Earth and to Earth alone. I say it's almost unique because given how many millions and billions of stars and planets there are out there, the odds are that there are at least a few other planets that have moons and suns with the same geometry as ours. But the chances are very remote for any planet to experience what we will have today. Does it make a difference? Does it really matter that we have solar eclipses and other planets don't? Not really. But when you consider how many people are going out of their way to see today's solar eclipse, I think you'd agree with me that it's pretty special. Now, there are other things about our planet Earth which make it special that really do matter. We have the right amount of sunlight, the right gravity, we have water, we have the other compounds and elements that make it possible for life to exist. As astronomers are exploring other planets that orbit other stars, they're looking for what are called Goldilocks planets. Planets where the conditions are just right that it could be possible for life to exist there. At last count, they've found roughly 5,500 planets overall, but only 62 of them are Goldilocks planets. So Earth may not be unique, but it's pretty darn special. Now, for thousands of years, people believed that the Earth was so special it was the center of the universe. It was only in the 1500s, with astronomers like Copernicus and Galileo, that we discovered that the Earth orbits the sun. And only later, we learned that the sun is only one of millions of stars. Now, many people resisted accepting this knowledge because they wanted to cling to Earth's uniqueness. And many of those who resisted this were religious people. People who believed that the Earth is specially favored by God in the entire universe. Modern astronomy leads us to think, well, not so much. Earth is simply a speck of dust that just so happens to have what it takes for life to exist. And that's true. But does our planet have to be unique in order to be special and significant? We have no idea what God is up to on other planets. We can only speculate. Assuming that there is life on other planets, which is a big assumption, but let's go with it. If we assume that there are other life forms on other planets, and that they are intelligent life forms, could God perhaps have made them in his image, just like he made humanity in his image? Have they been visited by Christ to gain redemption, or do they perhaps have some other sort of special relationship with God? We don't know. But I would not put it past God to do anything that he wants to do. But for now, enjoy the eclipse, because we're on one of the very few planets that has eclipses like this. Perhaps the only planet that has life on it that has eclipses like this. So enjoy the eclipse, and enjoy the rest of the beauty and the bounty of this planet we live on. Do your best to take good care of it, and thank God for how he takes care of us. Would you pray with me, please? Lord, the wonders and marvels of creation surround us constantly. But we're grateful for the special event that will happen this afternoon, for us to see just one more example of how marvelous this world is, this universe is, that you've created. Help us always to give you thanks, and help us always to be good stewards of what you have entrusted to our care. Amen. Thanks for joining me. We'll talk again later.